Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is James Elite Hunters back with another one, back from the National 2024. This one was different from any of the National I've attended, obviously, because I was there in a working capacity, setting up. It was had its pros and cons. Pros, of course, I was there to make some money. Cons was I let go of some of my collection. And also, I couldn't hang out really with my friends like I normally do. So it was a it was a challenge to try to give people attention throughout the show. People would come up to me at my booth and want to chit chat and get to know me. You know, people that I've never seen before, never met before, would sometimes introduce themselves, and it was a challenge because next thing you know, someone's grabbing my attention to see a card and whatnot, or wanting to show me cards they're trying to sell. So it was tough, but overall, the National was a blast. The Misfit household was a blast. Eric put together a great place where everyone was able to congregate and have some fun. The only drawback was it was a mission to get there. I had to Uber it. It took like 30 minutes. My Uber driver actually got lost. Could you believe that? I had to edit this real quickly. Watching the video before I uploaded, I realized it sounded like I got lost going to the Misfits house. I was actually getting lost going back to my hotel. Going to the Misfits house was another journey where I could not get out of the parking lot. And then Jake and I were talking because we were trying to get to the Misfits house. And he was like, dude, jump in my truck. And I was like, you got room for me? Actually, no, you might have to sit on someone's lap. But then they made room for me. They were playing Tetris, moving boxes around. And I actually ditched my friends that I was with to go to dinner. And I just jumped out of the parking lot. Like, it was like weird. Like, I stopped, drop, and rolled out of the car. Went looking for Drew. Drew was looking for me in the parking lot. We met up. And I jumped in with Sammy, Don, the Drew, and Jake, and they took me to go eat. And then we went to the Misfits house with them. So I just wanted to express that because while I was eating at Cane's, I really got to know the Drew, who I really didn't know him. And we got to talk on a personal level. So that was one of my highlights also, hanging out with the Drew. And I decided to edit this in because that was one of my highlights, connecting with him. So let me go back to the original cut. So, but anyway, it was like a log cabin. It was really cool. We were all hanging out, drinking. What happens in the Misfits house stays in the Misfits house. So I'm not going to get too much into that one. But unfortunately, I couldn't get back there on Saturday. I really wanted to hang out one more night. But after dinner at 10 o'clock, after the show, it was just too late to head out there. I still had to work the next day. But other than that, the Mike Moynihan get-together was another thing that was a blast. I got to hang out with a few people. Dylan, Saul were two that I really got to talk with and really hang out with for like 15, 20 minutes, have a nice long conversation. Saul, I was able to pick his brain when it comes to putting together modern sets. And then I paid it forward with him where I was trying to get him into the rabbit hole with vintage cards because he just doesn't, I guess it doesn't stoke his fire. But I was trying to explain to him what's so fun about collecting vintage cards. So maybe there'll be a future video where I'm going to ask the community to all chime in on why they love collecting vintage. Also hanging out to see everyone's pickups. It was so great. I loved it all. Basically, not enough time. That's basically what it comes down to. I couldn't make it to Filmington's hangout because, again, to hang out when I was deadbeat tired by Friday. Friday's show was so crowded that I was beat. I was malnourished. Basically, I was surviving on one bottle of water and maybe like a protein bar throughout the day. So that wasn't good. And then some nights I would sacrifice my dinner with like a Chick-fil-A meal or something like that, which, is fast food. It's not really nutritious, but overall, it was there for once in a year you do something like this, so you make some sacrifices. I will get into some of my pickups, some of which are some that I didn't expect to make, and really put a dent into my 1952 top set that I'm working on, and then some unexpected pickups. So it was cool. One, I got to meet Jason. He introduced himself and gave me the sticker. First time meeting him. That was cool. I got to hang out with John Way Boggs fan. He kept coming to my booth because he saw 2 cards he was interested in. And he kept doing reconnaissance, trying to get every last penny he could get out of a good looking card to his liking. So that was cool, trying to marry him with the card that's suited for his collection, given his budget. Iconic Al with the best looking card, custom card that I loved seeing. Him and Jeremy Lee had the 2 best custom cards, but check that out. I love that card. Mike Sticks and Seams gave me this card, which is the Griffey Upper Deck. I believe this is 92. I have his gold version on my watch list. I want that gold parallel so badly. It's like a $150 card. But yeah, I love the way the artwork he added to this. And I got Dylan here with a custom of the Ted Williams card that Scott Reindeer Studios made for him. So jealous of this. I think I'm going to have to make some custom cards for myself next year. Dylan gifted me with this cool card. I love it. Check that bad boy out. Sapphire with his Dylan label. Look at that. So awesome. So beautiful. So shiny. So this is one that's going to go in the PC, and I love it. Hanging out with the Misfits, we were ripping packs, and I was able to rip the one and only Frank Thomas. Unfortunately, it wasn't the no name, but oddly enough, someone came to my booth and was trying to sell me a no name for $3,500. And I'm like, go figure. I have a no name in my hands right here when I was trying to hunt for one. And then I got this awesome Greg Maddox card when we were ripping 88 Fleers. So that was cool. I guess let me show you some of the pickups. I did do trades, which is pretty cool. Trading with friends and helping them pick up a card that they wanted and taking back stuff that they had. I did one with Nate. Everyone knows Nate. My first time hanging out with Nate. He had these 3 cards, which I traded a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph card for. It's a Eddie Matthews Bat Relic. I thought this was cool. Number to 25. Really cool. Tiger Woods rookie card.
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. I like him.
Love that one. And there's Barry Bonds to number to 50. One of his Barry Bonds cards. Can't believe he let that go. And I gave him a Ken Griffey card. The reason why I gave up a Ken Griffey autograph is because I have his Upper Deck rookie autographed, and then that was my second, and then I bought a third that I'm working on a set, which I have here. I got a huge pile of cards waiting for me that came, but I managed to rip this one open, and that's a Ken Griffey number to 25 with a game used uniform that was waiting for me at home and had to get authenticated. But when I picked this one up, the other one that I had became expendable, and it went to a fellow YouTuber, which is pretty cool. I love that. And then I made a trade. I made a buy actually from Sammy Thunder. He had a 1959 Bob Gibson rookie card in a 5. It had excellent centering. He wanted to sell it to me. I had thoughts about keeping it, but I was there in a selling capacity. I'm trying to really come down on my, excuse me. Probably caught a cold from out there, but I'm trying to whittle down my collection. Basically, everyone knows that I've hinted at it's time to maybe start whittling it down. But that Bob Gibson was so beautiful that I had thoughts about keeping it, and I paid strong for it because the centering was so stupendous. But I figured, you know what? I paid strong for it. Let me put a good sticker on it. And if it doesn't sell, it's mine. Because that's basically what happens. Whatever you don't sell is still your collection. And then, like, 2 hours later, it sold. Like, for practically sticker, if I remember correctly. Because the centering was a blast. But lo and behold, my man Eric, 4-leaf cards, happens to have another Gibby. And this one is centered. Go figure. So I worked out a deal with Eric, 4-leaf cards, and I'm so happy that I ended up leaving with a Gibby that was beautifully centered like this one. I got to get this one slapped up with SGC possibly, and Lou Rock TV. I hope that's no spoiler alert. He picked up a Bob Gibson, so we're Bob Gibson rookie brothers here. I love this card. Thank you, Eric, for working out that deal. He was actually going to submit that to SGC, I believe he told me. And I guess he felt compelled to let me have it. And that was cool. Another deal I worked out with Eric 4-leaf was this sweet Shea Gilgeous-Alexander card. It's autographed. I bought one in the past and it sold. And I kind of regretted it because Shea Alexander is such a good player. But lo and behold, he had one, and I was like, dude, I'll pay you what you want for it. Just let me have this one because I haven't had time to shop around. I really didn't have time to walk the floor. I walked the floor for like maybe 20 minutes while I went to the bathroom, and I found the card I was looking for all show. So then that's it. I had no need to walk the show anymore. But this was a card I really wanted. I love Shea Alexander's game. He's a beast. He's still so young. And to get this auto, thank you, Eric, again. I love it. Love it. Rookie card. And then my friend came upon a collection which included this Tiffany card of Don Mattingly, his rookie year, in a 9. So I upgraded my Don Mattingly base to a Tiffany. Couldn't let this one go. You see the sticker on this, 600 is basically what comp's at, 550 to 600. And he gave me this bad boy for $400. Couldn't say no to that. So Donnie Baseball, hope he gets into the hall because they've been letting some watered down players get in lately. And I think Don Mattingly was way better than some of these guys getting in lately. Like Scott Rowland, not mentioning any names, but Scott Rowland. Anyway, let's get on to the 1952 set. Some of the pickups I had on the last day, no less, came in with this Sam Jones high number card, scratching off some high numbers. Love this card. Looks like it'll grade a 5 possibly. The centering could have been better, but it was stickered at what looks like it's EX to mint. And I looked it over and I agree, maybe a possibility for a 6, but with the centering, I think it's a 5. But a 5 on this Sam Jones is really nice, and I basically paid half price for this. So I couldn't put that one down. And then I got another high number here. Beautiful cards. There was a guy that came up to my booth and he showed me a stack of 52s slabbed up, and he wanted me to give him a price on all of them. But it was just, he was like over the moon, and it was, I think, the first day that they opened up to the public. And when I made him an offer on just a few, which was these 3, just to gauge where he was at, he kind of expected closer to comps. And when we set up as dealers, we need a little wiggle room for, to profit from and to pay for tables. And I tried to explain that to him, that I was paying him very strong because I was intending to keep these. And when he told me that he thought it was a fair offer, but he was going to shop it around the whole show and see if he could get more. And obviously, because I paid strong, no one offered him what I offered him. So he came back to me on Sunday and told me I'm a man of my words. There was someone that came close to you, but because you gave me such a fair offer from the beginning, I felt you were the one, and you told me it was going to go to your PC. So he gave me this Gene Hermansky in a 5. Didn't have Gene Hermansky. And it's got really nice centering. So I was really happy with this one. Milton Stock. This is a high number. And then I got this Hal Rice, which I showed just now, but those are high numbers. And then to my epic pickups, which I couldn't believe I picked all of these up, but these two came in a trade actually. And it came like on the eve of the national happening. I had to find basically equal valuation, and it started with my 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 6. That was one of the prides in my collection. And in order not to come off money, like giving up so much money, I gave that card up so that I could at least still have some money left over to play with at the show. So I had to cut bait with Mickey Mantle in a PSA 6. And I had to give up something else because our valuations were like $1,000 off. And I ended up giving him a rookie Sandy Koufax in a 4, which books at about like $1,000 to $1,200, given the centering. And then this is what I got in return. I got a Willie Mays in a 3, which is very nicely centered. And I love that it has no creases at all, no creases. And it's got great eye appeal, no snowing. I love that card. And then another high number I got to scratch off is this Jackie Robinson in a 2. It's a little off-centered to the right, but man, look at that background. It's got that blood red just popping, and also no snowing. I was in love with this card when I first saw it, and I just had to work out a deal with him. And I'm just so excited that I get to say I own this Jackie Robinson. And because I did a trade, I had enough money where I said, I'm going after one of the big kahunas in the set. And that is none other than the last card in the set. And that is Eddie Matthews. I walked the show, going to the bathroom, and out the corner of my eye, I saw a case full of 52s. And this was right dead middle in the center. And it was around the price point, well, a little bit higher than the price point I wanted to pay. But I figured I wanted to pay $5 for like a 3. And this was a 2, but it was a really nice 2. No creases. It's got like something here which brought it down to a 2, but it's something that doesn't detract from the eye. I think it's like a little wrinkle or something, or scuff, but it's not bad. Like, this thing has such great eye appeal. And I whittled $700 from the seller's asking point. With this type of centering, man, I couldn't expect to land a card this beautiful. I finally got my Eddie Matthews rookie card and one of the linchpins to the set. I mean, I put a nice little dent into the high numbers, and these bad boys are gonna be, oh man, big ones that I had to scratch off from that set. I had other pickups, but I didn't want to show like everything. I had buys from the show. I had buys from friends. I believe this was from Mike Sticks and Seams. I'll just fan these out. He gave me a deal. He showed me a pile of stuff that I guess he was letting go. And I said, how much for everything? Because I could always use some inventory for my cases when I set up. And I just took it all. I didn't even care. I just told me a price. And he told me a price. I said, done. Because I don't really like to haggle too much with my friends. I didn't comp these. And actually, I was pleasantly surprised. Max Scherzer, look at that. That's a cool little relic there. 3 colors. Short print. Willie Mays. So beautiful. Hall of Famer. Beltre autograph. And let's see. This one I can't open up, but it's a Buster Posey book with a relic, and Lindor auto, Carlos Correa auto. This one's really cool. It's a pearl refractor of Cal Ripken. I believe this is number /10. Check this out. A Sir Mix-a-Lot autograph. Love big butts and I cannot lie. And a Spencer Steer rookie number to, what is this number to? $9.99. Pretty cool. Rick was selling cards through a video, and I basically told him I want these 2 LeBrons. And I don't have a LeBron rookie card. I'm not really the biggest LeBron fan, but I figured I might keep this one. and sell off this one to off. Sorry, I showed the back, and sell off this one, which is a 9, to I guess recoup some of the money I spent on it. And I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff here. I don't want to get into it. But overall, this is my recap. I loved hanging out. I didn't try to mention too many names because I don't want to feel like I'm leaving people out. But I had fun. Jeremy Lee was one person. It was me, Lou Rock. Who else? John Mangini. Sorry, the coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But it was us. We had an intimate hangout at my hotel I was staying in on the first night that Lou and John Mangini got in, and Jeremy was staying at the same hotel. Now, I met Jeremy Lee like, I don't know, 2 years ago through Ryan, Breakout Cards. And he remembered meeting me, but we never spoke. So this is the first time we really got to know each other, and we had the most coolest time hanging out for like 2 hours. We shut down the bar. It was like 2 in the morning, I think, when we finally said goodbye. And after that, me and Jeremy were like, we kept bumping into each other and hanging out with Chris Sewell and everyone, and Jeremy, the Texas snowman. So it was fun. I mean, it's just too much. Orlando, Ryan, I got to hang out with again. He showed me some of the cool stuff he had. Like I said, it's too many names. Snoop, I was happy to see Snoop and sign his bat. I signed the end of the bat, which they barely left me any space to sign anything on that. And I saw the end of the bat was still unsigned, and I said, can I sign this? And it was really hard because it's rough. So to get a marker in there and get a nice crisp signature was really tough. Nate had a ball, which I signed. I found space on that ball to sign it. Meeting Nate again, really a good pleasure. And I was rattling stuff from his video that he was like surprised that I remembered. I was like, dude, I watch your stuff, man. Like, just sometimes I don't get a chance to comment, and because I watch on the road and I listen while I'm driving, and I don't get to comment when the video ends because I'm at the 10 and 2 driving, you know. But I watch everyone's videos. Just because I don't comment doesn't mean I'm watching. But yeah, I think it's time for me to let this go. This is my recap. I'm gonna start making some videos. People got me inspired and stoked the fires. I think my next video I'm gonna try to work on. I promised someone I'd do a boxing video. That'll be my first video I'll work on. And he told me he loves my boxing insight. He was hoping I brought some of my boxing cards because he wanted to buy some of my boxing cards for me. And I actually forgot to bring that box with me with all my boxing cards. So he was disappointed because he really was looking to pick up a John L. Sullivan from me. But other than that, he was telling me, please make more videos of boxing. Nobody does that. And I was like, I promise you, that's my next video I'm going to work on. And he had fun hanging out. I invited him to the YouTube hangout, so he was like thanking me. It was like the time of his life. So anyway, I'm rambling here. I'm pretty sure everybody's putting their national video up, and everyone's showing how much fun they had. No negativity from me, purely the fun, and let's stay positive. Other than that, I'm going to wish everyone happy hunting when it comes to cards. I want everyone to stay safe, be blessed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.